Hello and welcome to another episode of Doses of Moses. Oh, viewer discretion advised. As you can see, these are my eyes. Ooh, that kind of rhymed. That was kind of nice. But anyways, yeah, if you're queasy or these eyes like freak you out, I guess just don't watch this video and skip to the next one or whatever. Or watch one of my other videos that don't have these eyes. Either way, I mean, the remainder of the video is gonna have these eyes. So for this webisode, I'm going to be talking about LA Pride, how it went on this year, the things that happened there, the things that didn't happen there, it feels good, it feels bad, yada yada yada. So yeah, I just hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, I'm sorry if you don't like the context. I mean, I realize, yeah, yeah. Okay, so for like the 5 people that maybe want to know why I'm looking like this for this video, is mainly because for my Snapchat, this is how I went to LA Pride, this is how I posted it. So some of my friends asked me, hey, you should do your next video like this. So I was like, at first I was skeptical, but then I was like, you know what, F it, I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, so yes, once again, that's all just for Pride. So going back to LA Pride, this is an opinionated video. It's not anything crazy. This is all based solely on what I experienced. If you have different opinions, then that's good for you. LA Pride, if you respond to this video, this is just my opinions. I'm not like bashing it or anything, even though it might seem like I'm bashing it. But either way, it's just an opinionated video. I feel like I have to say that every video. I don't know why, but some people get testy. So there you have it. So okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into this. So, I've been going to LA Pride since 2009, not consecutively, so that's something. But for the prides that I've gone to up until the last 2 years, LA Pride has been such a wonderful pride and such an amazing pride. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, it just seems to be getting worse and worse. For instance, last year was freaking horrible. I don't know which one of you people experienced it, but if you did experience it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. In the sense that they oversold Pride. And I know that's kind of weird to how the fuck do you oversell Pride? But they oversold LA Pride and it was a fucking shit show. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, but anyways, it was a shit show. So they oversold Pride, and when they did that, people that were inside Pride, you were literally like this, trying to move around. You were like a sardine. You couldn't move anywhere, and it was just it was horrible. It was literally horrible, and I mean, the only thing that made up for it was maybe the music, because the music was amazing. But other than that, you were freaking you were claustrophobic. You were like a sardine in that motherfucker, because there was just no room, there was no nothing. And they did it, even if you had a weekend pass, there was no in and out. So basically, you were screwed to stay in there unless you wanted to go out, but then you weren't getting back in because it was over capacity. And they bragged about, oh, LA Pride sold out, LA Pride this, LA Pride that. And in reality, it was sold out because they obviously oversold tickets to a smaller venue. And that's another thing. I understand that the West Hollywood Park is being reconstructed, and, that's a thing that they're, working on. But this is for last year, and it was a lot smaller. It was so freaking small. And when I first went to LA Pride was my first Pride, back in, like I said, 2009, it was huge. You had so much room, there was so much to do, there was so much space, it was the whole 9 yards, it was awesome. And then to come to last year, 2018, yeah, it was shit. There was nowhere to move, it was oversold, it was just disgusting. And yeah, I was like, all right, I'm not giving Pride another chance. And then I was like, you know what? F it, I'm gonna give Pride one more chance. And that's what led me up to coming to Pride this year, which I was hoping was gonna be better, but in reality, okay, so this brings us up to LA Pride 2019, which happened this year. So they definitely took a note of how overpacked it was and oversold last year. And once again this year, it did sell out, but there was enough room to actually move around this year. So kudos to LA Pride for making that happen for us. But with that being said, the way that they did that was normally there's merchant booths inside the festival, but this year they decided to have them outside the festival. So merchant booths are basically where you go and you sign up with your email, and you get either free stuff or you can go and buy stuff, and it's just to help you. Well, not help you, but it's just fun stuff to get from Pride. It's free, you can do it. And they decided to put that on the WEHO Strip. The WEHO Strip is just basically where all the gay clubs are associated. So they had that out there. And then they actually had, which is really cool, what is it called? A stage out there. So as you walk into LA Pride, you have your free stage in the back, which was really cool. And then you walk past the booth. What I didn't know was once you enter Pride, you cannot exit Pride. So, I mean, that may have been on the website or that might be in the ticket. If I didn't read that, that's my fault. But what I wasn't aware of is that once you enter Pride, you can't get back out. So that's if you have a single day pass, and I had a single day pass. So with that being said, it sucked because I didn't bother to go up to the booth like I normally do, because I was like, oh, well, they're gonna be inside, they just have some outside, but once I get inside, they're gonna have more, and that wasn't the case. So I went inside and there was no booth, which I mean, to me that's a huge part of Pride, which I love. And it sucked because in place of where the booths normally are inside LA Pride, there was a lot more porta potties. Now, to me, that really sucked ass because, like I said, I love going to the booths, interacting with people. And that's, like, what actually helps, in my opinion, to interact with people is that you get to see the booths and, you talk with people, find out what the cause is, what you're supporting, put your email up. And it's just really cool. So the fact that they had it outside this year and they had no booths on the inside was really, it sucked ass. Like, it really, like, took away from the experience, in my opinion, which, to me, was a horrible idea. I mean, they say next year for the 50th anniversary, the whole park's gonna be back and up and running. So I'm hoping that next year they'll actually take the booths outside and put them back into Pride. That or they'll block it off so you can actually experience the booths outside and inside by going in and out if you have a ticket instead of just like having the booths on the outside, and once you're in, you're basically screwed. Okay, another thing that I'm not sure of what happened this year, but the music was trash. And normally LA Pride has some of the best music to dance to, which I absolutely love because I love shuffling. And I've been going to raves for like ever, so it's like a little mini rave for me in a way. And I don't know what it was, but me and my friends were experiencing where basically we'd go to a stage and it'd be like really cool for like a minute, maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes tops, and then the music would go like really sour, and by sour I mean like it would go bad and it would suck and you couldn't dance to it. I mean, at least that's what we felt, and we love dancing. Like, we hella love dancing, especially the Latino stage. It didn't even feel like the Latino stage because there was no Latino music playing or Latina music. It was just like, it felt really strange being at that stage because that's usually the best stage for Pride. But this year, it felt dull. It felt like it wasn't even a Latino stage. And with that being said, like I said, my best friend, he actually, Pakalisi loves dancing to his Latino music, like, let me tell you. And this year, it felt so dull and it sucked, and that's usually, like I said, the best stage. And for it to not even measure up to that, it was just like, girl, what's happening? What's going on with LA Pride? Like, are we not, like, was there no let me Gia gun this. Was there no budget this year? I mean, okay, so, I guess well, here's a positive note instead of like, all these bad notes that I've been giving. There was a really cool thing that the mayor did. He came out, and so, as I mentioned in my last video, this is the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, which helped catapult the gay rights that we have today. And he actually, name dropped the three activists, Marsha P. Johnson as the first black trans woman, and then, my apologies, I tried doing better research to find out who the other two were. I know one of them was the first lesbian to throw the first punch at an officer. The second was Marsha P. Johnson, the first black trans woman to throw a brick through the window, and then there was a trans Latina that threw the first cocktail. And my apologies, I should know more besides just Marsha P. Johnson for catapulting the gay rights like the mayor knew. And that's just a friendly reminder that for all of you mask for mask and, those people that say, oh, I hate trans people, or, oh, I don't like black people, or, oh, I don't like this or that or the other, or, oh, he's too feminine, he's too this, he's too that. You can have your opinions on what kind of men you want to date, but what you need to remember is that if it wasn't for those three women who, started this whole thing, it was our sisters that started it, then you need to reevaluate yourself, because honestly, like, to not like that certain part of our community does not make sense to me at all. And it's like disgusting because not we all, but some people want to act like, oh, no fats, no femmes, no Asians, for instance. And that doesn't make sense to not like our trans sisters, because they are the ones that were on the front line for us to get us the rights that we have today. So to discredit them or to act like you're too good or you're above them or they're disgusting or they're not on our level, like I said, if it wasn't for them, we would not have the rights that we have today. So you need to, all of us, including myself, because I love like the trans community, I love lesbians, I love that whole thing. So I'm saying myself because I should know who the other two women are that helped catapult the rights. You need to reevaluate yourself and you need to get yourself together, because, this isn't to bash you, but at the same time, you need to like stop thinking that you're above that community, because you're not. We are all brothers, we are all sisters, and like I said, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the rights or the things that we have today. That is for damn sure. So with this being said, I hope I'm gonna go to LA Pride most likely next year, because it is the 50th anniversary of LA Pride, and it was my first Pride. So this is just like I said, it's an opinionated video. It's just what I've experienced the past two Prides. Like I said, LA Pride was awesome as shit, and I just hope that for the 50th anniversary that it gets back together and it just becomes what it used to be, because LA Pride used to be so much fun and such like a safe haven to be at, and just like, you know, being able to walk down, see drag queens, see your friends, just having a grand old time. And I hope that it just goes back to its roots and goes back to being fun, having good music at the stages, putting the booths back inside. Since we're gonna have the whole park next year, I don't know how it's gonna be, but at the end of the day, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you were able to watch it with these contacts and this glitter. Go ahead and state your opinions down below, comment, like, subscribe, as we always say, and just stay tuned for the next video. And once again, like I said, we need to stop attacking our brothers and our sisters in this gay community, because we're already getting enough hate as it is, and we just need to continue to come together and be a community and just like come one as all, because honestly, at the end of the day, we are who we have. I mean, some of us, yeah, we're lucky enough to have our brothers and sisters that are, you know, straight, and we have the straight allies, but for the ones that don't have that comfort, we should be open arms to them and just continue to set the example that Marsha P. Johnson and the other two activists wanted for us. So with that being said, have a good day, and hope you stay tuned for the next video. Bye.